When we talk about immigration, we usually get the cold shoulder from ICE, Immigrations and Customs Enforcement. For instance, Aurora has an ICE detention facility, which is actually run by a private for-profit group. And when we have questions for ICE about it, we get statements at best. Our Angeline McCall broke through the ICE and talked with one of the higher-ups this week. Angeline?
Yeah, Marshall, there could be a lot of changes coming to immigration policies in the future. That's why we wanted to talk to them about what's potentially coming federally and potentially locally here as well. In Colorado, a bill going through the state legislature would ban immigration detention agreements with local entities like police or sheriff departments. Right now, they can work with ICE to hold detainees or increase ICE bed capacity. We asked local ICE leaders their response to a bill that would ban any agreements like that.
At the end of the day, we'll execute our mission, whether it's in a custodial setting, such as a jail or another prison, or we'll execute it in an at-large environment.
The Aurora facility is run by GEO. That's the private company. In fact, 67% of ICE detention facilities are run by corporations. President Biden passed an executive order shortly after taking office, stopping any new contracts for private prisons. That does not apply to ICE facilities, which has upset immigration advocates, but it has brought up renewed discussions about privatized corporations when it comes to facilities like these.
Don't have the capacity to run our own detention facilities. It's not something that we're congressionally funded for. If we had the money and the personnel to support the non-privatized mission, we would do that. But for now, what we do is we rely on partnerships to execute our mission with a small footprint of allocated employees that we have available to us.
Title 42 is expected to be lifted next month as well. It was implemented during the pandemic. It meant that migrants who would immediately be expelled did not have any other chance for asylum. The deputy field office director says they have no predictions if that will mean that they will end up detaining more people as a result.
And Angeline, I feel like we should point out this is federally regulated. There are private prisons in Colorado that are separate from this, that the state legislature can have a say in, but anything here would need to be done by Congress, right?
Exactly. Yeah, this is on the federal level, and locally, there is this push with that bill, but at the same time, this is really a federal agency, and so the state doesn't have a whole lot of say.
I am impressed. We heard from ICE for a change. Thanks, Angeline.